Hi, my name is Jamesalbury. Today is Thursday the 27th of October 2011. I'm not sure how the macro on this camera will work in that respect. Probably not too well. This is the headline in today's London Evening Standard. I'm documenting this as it's not widely available outside of London, and I'll read it pretty much verbatim. A senior Church of England cleric resigned today in the latest extraordinary twist in the siege of St Paul's Cathedral. Canon Chancellor Giles Fraser quit in protest at the cathedral's plan to clear the anti-capitalist protesters encamped in a tent city on its doorstep for the last 12 days. It's not anti-capitalist in my view. It is pro-equality and pro-a better system, because what we have at the moment, as far as I'm concerned, is not capitalism. If a bank is too big to fail, then we've got serious problems, because I'm a self-employed independent businessman, and if my business fails, I cannot go to the government for a handout, give me £5 to keep me going or something. I'm basically just survival of the fittest. You fail, you fail. So I can see no reason why a private corporate entity such as a bank should be given a bailout when me, common ordinary working taxpayer, cannot. Anyway, I'll continue. Announcing his departure after it had backed moves to evict them, Dr. Fraser wrote, "I resigned because I believe that the chapter has set on a course of action that could mean there will be violence in the name of the church. On a day of high drama, Boris Johnson called for new laws to prevent tent cities erupting like boils across London in the wake of the St Paul's protest. Telling the activists, in the name of God and Mammon, go. The Bishop of London said he will meet the protesters on Sunday to invite them to a debate inside the cathedral if they agree to leave the camp. Lawyers representing the Occupy London movement vowed that they will fight," excuse me because I need to change pages here, "fight every attempt to eject them from their churchyard base." Speaking exclusively to the Standard, Dr. Fraser, 47, said he was forced to quit when the cathedral backed moves to clear the demonstrators. "The church should not put its name to any course of action that may lead to violence against the protesters. I can't in conscience go down the road on which they are embarked." At least 200 protesters are in tents outside the 300-year-old cathedral, which was forced to close last Friday for the first time since the 1940 Blitz. In his first interview since leaving office, Dr. Fraser said, "I care deeply for my colleagues at St Paul's, and our discussions in the last few days have been incredibly thoughtful. Police, senior City of London Corporation officials and leading clerics from St Paul's have been locked in talks for days in a bid to find a way to end the encampment that has squeezed the life out of the city. It is understood the cathedral will join the corporation in seeking a High Court injunction allowing police officers to remove the protesters." In an appeal to the activists today, the Mayor said, "In the name of God and Mammon, go. For the good of the economy and the well-being of the church, London needs new bylaws, proper ground rules to stop people being able to camp anywhere without being moved on." He also hinted that City of London police may remove empty tents from the site as they are considered to be abandoned property. A City of London police spokesman said he could not comment on what our tactics are. The Mayor added, "We are in a discussion with the authorities to stop these encampments erupting like boils across the city. It's very important for London." It's understood Dr. Fraser is not alone in his view among senior colleagues at St Paul's that enforced removal of demonstrators would be a disaster for the church. Dr. Fraser quit as the Dean of St Paul's, admitted the crisis engulfing the cathedral was its most difficult time since the Second World War. Graham Knowles, the Dean of St Paul's, said, "Giles has brought a unique contribution to the life and ministry of St Paul's, and we will be very sorry to see him go." I'm going to end it there. Not this video blog, but with that in mind, him saying that the Reverend Dr. Giles Fraser saying he cannot with a clear conscience stay with the church as their current course of action may result in violence against protesters. If I see any police officers on my travels, I'm going to be handing them this note. It says, encouraging to YouTube search "a message from Anonymous UK to the Metropolitan Police." And anybody watching this, I would encourage you also to do that search, and if you know any police officers, to pass it on to them. Because my understanding is that police officers have sworn an oath to protect people and property. They have not sworn an oath to protect what I consider to be a corrupt church. It's important for me to reiterate at this point that I am in no way an official spokesperson for the Occupy movement. I'm just an ordinary guy who happens to identify with a lot of what Occupy are saying. Now, in that spirit, it's the first time I've actually been to St Paul's since the preceding Sunday.